I love Dan. He's giving kind of like adult Charlie Brown vibes a little bit. Love you. I also love you say California. Isn't that great? You guys like Dan better than me, don't you? Okay. Dan doesn't have a D cup. Okay, anyway. You guys, are you having fun? Yes. We're going to have another comedian come up right now. He is a stand-up comedian. He is also bi-coastal. He performs on both coasts. And he has been a solo theater performer. He's done improv, and he is a failed novelist. Give it up for the very funny Pete Smith.
This is wonderful. Thank you so much. Good to see many familiar faces, some new ones. It's lovely to meet you. So I'll do introductions. So I'm Pete. I'm from the Hudson Valley, and as for my social demographics, my relationship profile is married. Sorry, ladies. And my age profile is mid-60s. And my cardiac stent profile is one cardiac stent. Oh, I'm not happy with that low number. No. A guy my age, after the heart attack, look, it should have been higher, could have been higher. After the heart attack, I was like, hey, this is like one of those near-death experiences, that sounds like a hero's journey. And it's probably going to require at least 3 to 4 stents. So I said, that's going to give me something to go home and brag about. And then, when the hospital sent me home with just one single stent, felt like they were just mocking me with a participation trophy. I didn't know whether to keep it in my chest or display it on my mantelpiece. That's why these guys with like multiple stents, like 7 stents, they've got such a superiority complex. Because it's in their head that their heart disease is way better than mine. And I'm like, you know what? I'm secure in my heart disease, okay? I don't need all the stent signaling to feel better, As a matter of fact, I tell you, the way I feel, one stent, I'm going to hold it 1, that's great, I'm better off. You know what? If I ever do start to acquire stents in my chest like it's a Hummel collection, I want my family to intervene so I don't go back into my hoarding habit. And, with my hoarding history, I still got a stash of COVID-era kale chips and toilet paper I can't get rid of. That's not an odd combination. Well, you got to remember, this is back when, the only toilet paper you could get was so rough. Kale chips were a logical alternative, But I'm just saying, generally speaking, I'm at the point where I can't acquire stuff I can't get rid of. Not now, not with my newfound freedom. Oh no, you got to understand, I'm newly retired after 50 years in the workforce. Yeah. Oh man, what a gulag that was, I'll tell you what. Oh my God, that whole time I'm cut off from life on the outside. I tell you, 5 decades of dead-end shift work, I would like to blame society and say it was like, the system was rigged or whatever. Sorry, it was on me. First of all, I'm non-degreed. Second of all, this all went back to high school. What happened in high school, I ended up at the wrong information table on career day. I jumped on the shortest line. It was just me and one other underachiever. And of course, all the kids that went to the good information tables, they landed these dynamite careers, with hip coworkers, doing Jello shots at happy hour, I ended up doing the kind of work that felt like a detention hall extension program. I tell you, I promise you, I walked out of work the last day when I retired. I walked out of there, I felt like the last member to emerge from the Breakfast Club. It was like so emancipating. God, that was great. And now I'm at this point where I feel like I'm reborn. And I'm looking at the world through the eyes of a newborn baby, which is what I definitely compare that to. This is what I compare it to, because babies have these awareness growth spurts where they just absorb the world around them and enthusiastically embrace all the new experiences. Okay, in other words, a baby that discovers their toes and puts them in their mouth for the first time. They have visions of pink unicorns. And now it's my turn to put things in my mouth for the first time, poetically speaking. But no, here's the wisdom of a child. This is the wisdom of a child. They don't just suck their toes for the fun of it. that pose, legs in the air, it opens up their chakras, right? Oh my God, that's step one on the path to enlightenment. Can you imagine just beginning your life journey and already having your first brush with Buddhism? I think that's beautiful. Not just your first brush with Buddhism, because they can suck their toes independently with no help from anyone. It's also their first brush with self-centered narcissism, which is great. Imagine just that early in life and already developing your first character flaw. That's touching, you know? Well, that's what inspires me. And the thing about those awareness growth spurts, they can continue in life if you let them. Age is not a factor. I mean, here I am. I'm a retiree on a fixed income, and my horizons are expanding all the time. Due to the senior citizen discounts, oh my God, right? Am I wrong? Oh my God, oh, the cheap tickets I get, you should see. Oh my God, and I'm talking, I mean, really remarkable tickets, and these are, and even for the theater snobs that are used to orchestra seats on Broadway, these are quality productions, I'm telling you. I mean, the line is out the door for some of those afternoon poetry recitals, I promise you that. Well, these are the A-list poets, you know, with eating disorders and suicidal tendencies, so you get the cream of the crop, you know? And that's not even to mention all the interpretive dance events that I now can get to go to without working with the scalpers. You know? I tell you, when I started to take advantage of some of these benefits, everything changed. My enthusiasm for life came back. My sense of wonder came back. My toe sucking came roaring back. In any event, and then there's a whole tier 2 level of benefits as a senior. Did you know that as a senior, I'm entitled to act like a cranky weirdo, and you're supposed to let me get away with it? Yeah. That's according to the rules that I've understood, I'm supposed to stop playing by the rules of society and get in touch with my inner asshole. That's what it's about. And listen to the short list of some of the things you can get away with. I'm allowed to remove the filter and yell at people until I hurt their feelings. I'm allowed to invent complaints about my server and tip at 5%. And I'm allowed to stare absent-mindedly at other people's crotches. And by the way, maintain that stare as long as it takes to satisfy the impulse. I was very jazzed about taking advantage of some of these entitlements. So I thought, I want to get in touch with my inner asshole. This is so great. I even went down to the coffee house to have a confrontation with the barista that's always got the attitude, you know. Oh yeah, and of course don't I get there and there's a new barista and he's not giving me any openings at all. Oh no, he's got an infectious smile and he's wearing a Be Kind t-shirt. And it was that aggressive sort of kindness that makes you feel validated, even though you were comfortable with your doubts about your right to exist. So I was like, and here I am all cranked up on this weirdo energy. I thought, no. I said, I'm just going to change up the formula just to score a point against this guy. I said, you want kindness? I'll show you kindness. I'll show you public TV kiddie show kindness. I fire-hosed him with kindness. He came right back at me. I doubled down. Whole thing escalated until it sounded like a Mr. Rogers echo chamber. I swear to God, if he didn't back off, the next word out of my mouth was going to be namaste. That would be game over. Boom. I just walked away. Let my 30% tip speak for itself. Anyway, you've been lovely. I love you. Let's hang out for some more